Sony and PlayStation claim they have removed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake promotional material from social media and YouTube due to licensed music. Fans, rightfully so, are speculating that this is evidence the game is in deep, deep trouble. Let's get into this here. A Sony spokesman claims that the company has removed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake promotional material from YouTube and other social media platforms due to licensed music. However, many fans believe the removal is because the game might be getting scrapped. We have this account, X account, Daily Star Wars Game, saying the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake trailer has been made private. Previous tweets and posts about the game have also been deleted. As you can see below, the trailer is indeed private. You're going to have to take my word on it. That is indeed the trailer that has been privated. I took that from our previous article covering the trailer, was it like a couple years ago? When it first came out. In response to this report, a Sony spokesman told Kotaku, as part of normal business, we delist assets with licensed music when the license expires. However, this explanation I don't think holds any water, given the PlayStation Spain YouTube account still has the trailer publicly listed on YouTube. You can see it's right here. It's still there. It's possible that there's a different license agreement for Spain than other countries, but the Sony spokesman makes no comment about that. And if you take his comment at face value, the existence of the Spanish trailer does indeed, I think, refute the claim that they would have delisted the asset with the licensed music, because it's right here on the Spanish PlayStation trailer. So again, I'm not really buying this idea that they delisted it because of the music. And it's just weird that they still have the Spanish one up. The privating of the trailer and the deletion of social media posts has led to speculation that the game is getting canceled. YouTuber Ryan Cannell said, after 2 years, it looks like whatever iteration this was in is completely and totally dead. So bad that they deleted any mention of their social media that they're busy making the videos private on YouTube. You have ex-user Data Racer also posting KOTOR remake is done. So lots of people thinking that this indeed is dead now because they're privating trailers. Just to kind of give you some context and background of the timeline of this game, the Knights of the Old Republic remake was announced back in September 2021 as part of the PlayStation Showcase 2021. At the time, it was in development by Asper Media and appeared to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Shortly after the trailer reveal, red flags quickly surfaced as Asper lead producer Ryan Treadwell described the game as a complete remake. At the conclusion of the PlayStation Showcase 2021, he was asked, "Is this like a remaster of the original game? What's going on here?" He said, "It's so much more, Sid. This is a complete remake of this beloved Star Wars story. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, we are rebuilding from the ground up while maintaining that integrity and story from the original." Super, super red flag there. No one wants you to be rebuilding the ground from the game up. We wanted a remaster, not a remake. Schumann then asked, "So Ryan, how much of a remake are we talking about here? Is this updating some graphics, adding some higher resolution modes?" Treadwell responded, the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic and one of our favorite Star Wars story ever. We want to honor that original story and make it as impactful for players today." Huge red flag there. That sounds like they're going to be updating for modern audiences. No one wants to see that. That has been an absolutely abysmal failure on all fronts across all mediums, not just video games. Nevertheless, Treadwell continues saying, "In terms of the visuals, we have the opportunity to present the story with a much higher level of fidelity than was possible in the past, while making sure we are being authentic to what players loved about the original game." Nothing wrong with that there. That's what people wanted. They wanted a remaster. So then we had an interview with StarWars.com where Treadwell further detailed, "Our big goals on this are to bring the story to a modern audience." Oh, confirmation there. "And have it be just as impactful today as it was for players when it originally launched." Lucasfilm Games executive producer Orion Kellogg also told StarWars.com, "We've been working really, really closely with Asper for a long time now to deconstruct what made KOTOR so great and bring that back to new audiences because we want this game to be an incredible RPG." Super, super red flags there. Deconstruct, modern audiences, instant not sell for me. I'm not going to be buying anything when you're marketing the game like that. Kellogg went on to hint that they will be changing character designs, dialogue, and more. He says, "We want this game to be just as beloved as it was before. Some of my favorite meetings to have in my week right now are to get into the nitty-gritty with Asperta and talk about why do we make that choice in the original game and how does that play today? How do we expand that choice and make it even more meaningful and impactful? We think about literally every word of dialogue and other choices down to the clothes that the character is wearing." He then reiterated they are deconstructing the game. "We trust Asper, we trust the team that's working on it, and we're doing the work ourselves to dig in, deconstruct, and reconnect to why people love it because we don't want to mess with that. We love it too, and so we want to do it right. We hope everybody feels we've done this game a service when all is said and done." So then we got another red flag when it was surfaced that the Mary Sue writer, former the Mary Sue writer and radical social justice activist Sam Maggs was working on the game. Maggs announced her involvement on Twitter, sharing a video of her updating her Twitter profile with Knights of the Old Republic. She tweeted, "It's actually happening." If you want to, you can watch that here, where she shows herself updating her Twitter bio with Knights of the Old Republic. In a subsequent tweet, she added, "Could not be more honored and excited to be part of an incredible team at Asper Media to remake one of my all-time favorite games." About 4 months after the game's initial announcement, a rumor from YouTuber Mr. Matty Plays detailed that the game would be race and gender, replacing a number of characters. He said, "On the story front, I was told that they're staying faithful to the main story outside of some changes to characters like race, species, name, age, but that's not going to apply to anyone connected to the main plot." Potentially. Again, rumor, but usually when there's smoke, there's fire. So there might have been actual changes to the main characters as well. But we don't know, right? That's obviously a rumor. In February 2022, the game did receive some good news when Maggs announced she quit the project. On her website, she wrote, what did she say here? She said, "I was on this project for like 9 months in 2021, and then I quit. You're going to be okay if you email or message me about it. I won't see it. My filters are really good." You can see that she wrote that right there, right underneath the trailer. By July, a report out of Bloomberg claimed the game was in serious trouble and that it had been, quote, delayed indefinitely. Not only did Bloomberg claim the game was paused, but their report claimed Asper design director Brad Prince and art director Jason Miner were fired following a demo of the game for executives. However, it didn't seem that pause was really that indefinite, because in August 2022, another Bloomberg report claimed Embracer Group, the parent company of Asper Media, after an acquisition in 2021, shifted the game's production from Asper Media to Saber Interactive. Embracer Group had previously announced that, quote, one of the group's AAA projects has transitioned to another studio within the group. Embracer also explained the transition, saying this was done to ensure the quality bar is where we need it to be for the title. Again, they didn't actually say what the title was. Again, we're going off of the assumption that it was indeed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake because of the rumor in Bloomberg. Again, Embracer Group did not actually announce which game was being moved. We're just assuming that it was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic because of that rumor from Bloomberg. Embracer Group board member Matthew Karch had previously announced in May 2022 that Saber Interactive was working with Asper on the remake. He announced at the time, Asper has gone full in to make this the best game that they can make. When we acquired Asper, we knew from the start that they would require our assistance, and Saber has tremendous expertise in creating these types of products. We're fully confident that the game is going to be fantastic, but it's a massive, massive product, and massive products require a lot of effort and a lot of time to make good, and especially when you're talking about a game already old, very old, we basically had to remake that game from scratch. So again, that's kind of more fuel to the fire on the rumor that it had moved to Saber Interactive because Saber was already working on it as well. And we have official comments from Matthew Karch about that. More recently, basically the last confirmed update that we got from Embracer Group CEO Lars Wingerfors in May 2023, he was actually asked during one of the company's Q4 year-end reports. He said, "Could please clarify the current status of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake in regards to its development status and what shape is it in?" Wingerfors responded, "Favorite question. I have no further comments." So that is what's going on with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It definitely does not look like it is in good shape. They are privating the YouTube videos, the YouTube trailers, claiming that it has something to do with licensing. I'm not really buying that, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you buy that? What do you think of the state of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake? And I mean, honestly, this is probably a great decision that they're doing this because we had all of those massive, massive red flags about this game that looked like it was going to be a disaster anyways. So again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake.
Subscribe for more.